ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਏਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ Satguru Prasad, one universal creator by the grace of the true Guru. Rag Siri Rag Mahalla Pehla Kar Pehla Rag Siri Rag First Guru. If I had a palace made of pearls inlaid with gems, plastered with musk, saffron, and sandalwood, a sheer delight to behold, seeing this, I might go astray and forget thee and thy name, and, O Lord, may not remember thy name. Without the Lord, my soul is scorched and burnt. I consulted my Guru and found there is no place other than thou. If the floor of this palace was a mosaic of diamonds and rubies, and my bed encased with rubies, and if nymphs like heavenly beauties adorned with emeralds entice and charm me with sensual gestures of love, seeing these, I may go astray and forget thee and thy name. If I were to become a Siddha using occult power and work miracles, summon wealth, and become invisible and visible at will, to have people hold me in awe, seeing these, I may go astray and forget thee and thy name, my Lord. Were I to become an emperor and raise a huge army and sit on a throne, issuing commands and collecting taxes, O Nanak, all of this could pass away like a puff of wind. Seeing these, I may go astray and forget thee and thy name, my Lord. Siri Rag First Guru. If I could live for millions and millions of years, and if the air be my food and drink, and if I never saw the sun or moon and lived in a cave, and if I never slept even in dreams, even then I could not estimate your value. Describe thy greatness, the worth of thy name, the true Lord, the formless one, who is himself in his own place. I have heard repeatedly of your excellencies, and so I relate the tale. If it pleases thee, please, O Lord, instill within me the yearning for you. If I was beaten and cut into pieces over and over again, and put into the mill and ground, burned by fire and mixed with ashes, even then I could not assess thy value. How can I describe the greatness of your name? If I were a bird soaring and flying through hundreds of skies, and if I was invisible, neither eating nor drinking anything, even then I could not assess thy value. How can I describe the greatness of your name? O Nanak, if I had hundreds of thousands of stacks of paper, and if the ink were never to fail me, and if my pen were able to move like the wind, and if I were to read and recite and embrace the love for the Lord, even then I could not assess thy value. How can I describe the greatness of thy name? Sri Rag First Guru. As it is predestined, words are spoken. As predestined, food is consumed. As predestined, walk their path. As predestined, see and hear. As it is predestined, they draw breath. Why should I then go and ask the scholars about this? O Baba, great Father, the splendor of worldly objects is deceitful. The spiritually blind have forgotten thy name. They neither live in peace here or hereafter. Life and death comes to all who are born. Everything gets devoured by death. He sits in examination of all, where no one goes along with any other. Those who weep and wail might just as well tie bundles of straw. Everyone says that God is the greatest of the great. No one calls him any less. No one can estimate his immeasurable worth. By speaking of him, his greatness is not increased. Thou art the one true Lord and Master of mine and of all other beings of the universe. Nanak seeks the company of those who are low caste among the low, in fact, the lowest of the low, and has no desire to compete with the high. Where the poor are cared for, here you cast eyes of thy grace, O Lord. Sri Rag, first Guru. Greed is a dog, falsehood is a filthy sweeper, cheating is eating a rotting carcass, slandering others amounts to putting the filth of others into your own mouth. The fire of anger is the pariya. I am caught in these tastes and flavors and engrossed in self-conceited praise. These are my actions, O my Creator. O Baba, speak only that which will bring you honor. They alone are good, those who are judged as good as the Lord's portal. The evil only sit and wail. The players of gold and silver, the players of woman, the player of the fragrance of sandalwood, the player of horses, the player of soft bed in a palace, the player of sweets and player of hearty meals. These players of human body are so numerous. How can the name of the Lord find its dwelling in the heart? Those words are acceptable which, when spoken, bring honor. Harsh words bring only grief. Listen, O foolish and ignorant mind, those who are pleasing to him are good. What else is there to be said? Wisdom, honor, wealth are in the laps of those whose hearts remain saturated with the Lord. What praise can be offered to them? What other adornments can be bestowed upon them? O Nanak, those who lack the Lord's glance of grace cherishes neither charity nor thy name. Sri Rag, first Guru. The great giver has given the intoxicating drug of falsehood. The intoxicated have forgotten death, and they make merry for the few days. Those who do not use intoxicants are true. They dwell in the portal of the Lord. O Nanak, know the true Lord as true truth. By serving him, peace is attained, and you shall go to his portal with honor. The wine of the truth is fermented without molasses. The true name is contained within it. I am a sacrifice unto those who hear and expound the truth. Only they are deemed to be truly intoxicated when they obtain a room in Lord's mansion. Bathe in the waters of goodness and apply the scented oil of the truth to your body, and your face shall become radiant. This is the gift of hundreds, thousand gifts. Relate your troubles to the one within whom rests the source of all comforts. How can you forget the one who is your owner and created your soul and the prana, the breath of life? Without him, all that we wear and eat is impure. Everything else is false. Whatever pleases thee, O Lord, becomes acceptable. Sri Rag, first Guru. burn emotional attachment, and grind it into ink. Transform your intelligence into the purest of paper. Make the love of the Lord your pen, and let your consciousness be the scribe. Then seek the Guru's instructions and record these Lord's deliberations. Write the praises of the name of the Lord, write over and over again that He has no end or limitation. O Baba, write such an account that when it is asked for, it will bring forth the mark of truth. There, where honor, greatness, eternal peace, and everlasting joy are bestowed, those whose hearts are attuned to the true name are anointed with mark of His grace. If man becomes the recipient of God's grace, then alone does he attain such honors, and not by the mere words. Some come, some rise, and some depart. They give themselves lofty names. Some are born beggars, and some hold vast courts. Going to the nether world thereafter, they shall realize that without thy name all is worthless. I am terrified by the fear of you, O Lord. My body is troubled and wasting away. Those who are known as sultans and emperors are seen to have been reduced to ashes in the end. O Nanak, after mortal departs, all false affections are shed and cut away. Sri Rag, First Guru. By belief, all tastes are sweet. By hearing, the saltiness is tasted. By uttering and singing His name, spicy flavors are savored. The 36 flavors of nectar are in the love of the one Lord. O Lord, thy love is one. They are tasted only by one on whom He cast His gracious glance. He is the blessed one who realizes His flavor. O Baba, the players of other foods are false, for eating them ruins the body and corrupts the mind where evil thoughts enter. My mind is saturated with Lord's love. It is dyed a deep crimson. Truth and charity are my white attires. The blackness of sin is erased by wearing blue. The meditation on the Lord's lotus feet is my robe of honor. Contentment is my waistband, and thy name is my wealth, beauty, and youth. O Baba, the player of other clothes are false. Wearing them, the body is grinded and ruined, and wickedness and corruption enter the mind. The understanding of your ways, O Lord, is like horses, saddles, and bags of gold for me.